pleasure to be here with you. It is great to see some of my good friends. My buddy Robert Hayes is here. I just love that man dearly. My partner, a guy I've worked with so many years on key projects, you're awesome. United States Senator Richard Burr is here. Richard, it's good to see you. I see my pal in the house, Patrick McHenry, is here as well. Patrick, it's great to see you. And we got two new members of Congress that you're going to send to Washington next year. We got Richard Hudson and Robert Pittenger here. Great to see you guys also. I love you too. And you're going to send to the State House a great new governor in Pat McCrory, aren't you? Had a great experience, and that is, I just got to meet Darrell Waltrip. You know what? We make 5-star NASCAR bodies in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. Woo! We're real proud of that. And I don't mean to offend, but a lot of us where we come from are big Matt Kenseth people, because he's a Wisconsin boy too. I know everybody's got their favorites. Here's the deal. The economy is not working like it should. President Obama, 4 years ago, came with so much promise, so much hope and so much change. And then when he got elected, he swept in his party as well. They were able to pass their entire legislative agenda virtually. And so what we got was stimulus, Obamacare, a budget that doubled the debt in 5 years and tripled it in 10. Takeovers of all various industries. And you know what happened after that? North Carolina unemployment, 9.4% today. Since President Obama took office, 71,000 jobs lost in North Carolina. 435,000 people out of work in North Carolina. You know what, North Carolina? We can do better than this. Help is on the way. We feel, as your fellow citizens, that we owe you a choice. A choice of two futures. We can either stay on the current path that we are on, a nation in debt, a nation in doubt, a nation in despair, a nation with high unemployment, where we're giving our children a diminished future, or we can change this thing and get this country back on the right track. Now, historians often point to the key characteristics of a great leader, of a statesman, of the kind of leaders that have changed things around. A person must have a bedrock of principles, a moral compass, a vision for their country, and an ability to put that vision into place. The man who best embodies those things, the man who has the experience to be that kind of leader we need at this moment, is the man standing next to me. His name is Mitt Romney, and he's going to be the next president. You know why? We know who we are. We know what we believe in. We know the principles that built this country, and we're going to reapply those principles and get this country back on the right track and lead our people better. When you look at the life this man has led, a life of raising a wonderful family, a life of being successful in business, starting new businesses, turning around troubled businesses, knowing with real experience that if you have a small business, you did build that. knows firsthand that all these tax increases coming at our small businesses, all the mandates from Obamacare and Dodd-Frank, someone knowing that the choking red tape that is struggling and strangling and suffocating our successful small businesses is what is keeping us from creating jobs. It is what is keeping us from creating prosperity. This is a man who understands these things. This is a man who, when his country needed him to save the U.S. Olympics, it was a moment where the Olympics were in doubt. It was bloated. It was wasteful. It was corrupted. Does that sound familiar, by the way? His country asked him to move to Salt Lake, to turn it around and save the Olympics. He did it, and we're so proud of that moment. The contrast could not be more clear. When he was governor of Massachusetts, he balanced the budget without raising taxes. President Obama has given us budgets with no balance ever and a lot of new taxes. If President Obama's economic policies of borrowing, taxing, and spending worked, we would be entering a golden age along with Greece. It doesn't work because it's never worked. The engine of opportunity, the nucleus of our society, is the small business, the family, the entrepreneur, not the government. We know what this country was built on. We understand its principles. Our rights, they come from nature and God, not from government. Practices it. This is a man who, when he was governor of Virginia, lowered the unemployment rate. Under Barack Obama, it's gone up. This is a man who, as governor of Massachusetts, increased and improved the credit rating of Massachusetts. Under President Obama's watch, for the first time in our history, the U.S. credit rating was downgraded. You could not have a better contrast than this. So we're going to offer to you, our fellow citizens, a choice. Do you want the American idea, that opportunity society with a safety net, a land of prosperity where you can make the most of your life, no matter who you are or where you come from, tap your potential? Or do we go with the status quo? Do we go with a debt crisis, a welfare state, a nation in We're not going to do that. You know why we're not going to do that? Because North Carolina is going to help make sure we're not going to do that by electing Mitt Romney.